Okay, hello everyone. I know it has been a little minute since I have gone live on my page, but I am back hopefully with some awesome content, the next couple of days. And I want to make this quick video because a couple weeks ago I had made a comment on someone's post in one of the real estate groups that I'm in, and it was about having an LLC taxed as an S corp, and I've had some people message me about this topic. So I figured I'd just make a video kind of explaining what I meant. And just as a disclaimer, I am not an accountant, I'm not a CPA, an attorney, anything like that. So before you make any final decisions on how you structure your business, make sure you are contacting a professional to make sure you are structuring your business the way that is best fit for you. So this is just kind of based on my own research and my own knowledge. So I know I have a lot of people on my page who are business owners. Some of them are starting new businesses. Some people have, their side hustle, whatever it is that you want to call it. But I just want to kind of inform everybody that when you are operating on your business without that legal entity, so you are a sole proprietor, you are most likely overpaying on your taxes. Okay, so when you do that, even with a single member LLC, it is just a pass-through entity. So any profits that you make is going to be put on your personal tax return. And so you are going to be paying federal and state taxes on those profits. It depends on where you're located and what tax bracket that you're in. I know here in Texas, we don't have state taxes, but I know, say, if you're in Arizona, you do have state taxes. So it depends on where you are located and what tax bracket that you're in, but you will have to pay those federal and state taxes. And then you will also have to pay a self-employment tax on those profits. Okay, so that is at 15.3%. That includes like your Social Security, Medicaid, those FICA taxes that you have to pay. When you are on a W-2 and you're working for an employer, the employer pays, half of that, and then you pay that other half. So when you are self-employed, you are responsible for paying those 15.3%. For those taxes. So when you're operating as a sole proprietor or a single member LLC, which is just a pass-through entity, you are going to be responsible for paying all those taxes. Now, the difference between having a sole proprietorship and having an LLC is just that legal protection. So I always recommend, even if you don't change the way that you're being taxed, I always recommend at least setting up that LLC because that provides you with a lot of legal protection. So I'm in the real estate industry. There are lawsuits every single day. So you want to make sure that your personal assets are going to be protected if something, God forbid, were to happen. So make sure that you are setting up those legal, that kind of like that legal shield against yourself, just in case something happens. But if you have an LLC and you just leave it taxed as like a single member LLC, it'll be taxed the same as a sole proprietorship. Now, what I kind of wanted to elaborate on, and people were asking me questions because I had mentioned something about having an LLC, but having it taxed as an S corp. Okay, so when you have it taxed as an S corp, you are responsible for paying yourself a reasonable salary. The IRS doesn't really say what exactly is a reasonable salary, so I always recommend talking to a tax professional, like your CPA, accountant, anything like that. They can kind of give you guidelines on what, according to the industry that you're in and how much money that your business is making. You can pay yourself a reasonable salary. And then anything that's left over, you could pay that out to yourself as like a shareholder dividend or shareholder distributions. And so the difference with that is, say, I don't know if you guys can read it, it might be backwards, but say you make $100,000, a year from your business. You can pay yourself a salary with that $50,000, where then you would be paying those federal and state taxes as well as that 15.3% self-employment tax. Okay, so that was on that first $50,000 you pay yourself for your salary. But if you decide to take the rest of it as a distribution, a shareholder distribution, you are only responsible for paying the state and federal taxes depending on, again, your location and whatever your tax bracket is. So when you do that, you are saving that 15.3% on those shareholder distributions. Okay, so of course, everyone loves tax deductions. Everyone loves saving a little bit of money. So when you are set up that way, you are going to end up paying less taxes than what you would be paying if you are operating under a sole proprietorship or just a single member LLC. So that is something that is super important. A lot of people, are overpaying on their taxes or paying more than what they necessarily have to. And of course, everybody wants, tax hacks or, tax breaks, things like that. So that is a way to kind of help with your cash flow, help, save a little bit of money, the money that you are making through your business. So like I said, make sure you are consulting with a CPA or an accountant, and they can kind of give you the guidelines as to what is more beneficial for you depending on your business structure, how much money you're making each year. It really varies person by person, but I kind of wanted to break that down for you guys because I had a lot of questions in my inbox on this topic after I made that comment on one of the real estate pages. So I hope this has been super helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me. I will be coming out with a lot more content. I know I've kind of disappeared a little bit from these past few weeks, but we'll be back. We'll be going live and putting out more videos. So just let me know any topics that you want to hear about related to, business and real estate, and I will definitely try to put that out there. It says, can child support take from your LLC if you owe large amounts? Okay, so when it comes to that, so when you have an LLC, it provides that legal protection between your business assets and your personal assets. So if you do owe child support, they will be coming after you personally. So you will be, whether there's a lot of different things that are associated with your child support. So if something were to happen, but they are only able to take what you are making personally, not your LLC. But the only kind of trick with that is if your LLC is just a single member LLC, all your profits are passed through your personal tax returns. So the money, there's not really a separation in the amount of money. It's just really a separation between your assets. So if your business has assets and you have personal assets, there will be a protection between that. So if you have, properties under your LLC, they can't take those properties. But if you have properties, under your personal name, they can attack those. But if you have it taxed, as an S corp, your salary will look a little bit different. The money that your LLC is making as a profit is going to look different than what you're making personally when you do have to pay yourself that salary. So there is a little bit of protection there when you do have an LLC when it comes to that. So I hope that was helpful. Does anybody else have any questions before I hop off here? I just figured I'd give this little nugget for you guys. I know when I first started, I did not know anything about taxes. I didn't know, even what an S corp was. I went to school for business and still didn't even learn about how the taxes are set up and anything like that. So I figured I'd share this little information. Has been super helpful with, our businesses. We have two of them, a real estate and a trucking business. So I would just, like I said, recommend reaching out to a CPA or an accountant to see what, Lauren said, thank you. Oh, yeah, no problem. So make sure you guys are reaching out to tax professionals to see how you should set up your business, but definitely keep this in mind. Definitely explore your options because like I said, the wealthy, they practice these tax breaks. So you want to take advantage of that. There have been changes with the tax laws where the self-employment tax has gone down. So it's to, obviously encourage people to start businesses because, that stimulates the economy. So, if you want to start a business, make sure you are taking advantage of all the tax breaks that you can get. Awesome. So if no one else has any questions, I'm going to hop off here. I hope this was super helpful. And like I said, if you guys have any questions at all, make sure you hop in my inbox and I'll be happy to answer them. And then if you have any other topics that you want me to cover, just let me know. I'll be coming out with a few more videos sometime later this week that hopefully will help, my fellow entrepreneurs and their business ventures. So if no one else has any questions, I'm going to hop off here. I hope you guys have an awesome small business Saturday. Make sure you guys are working hard. Make sure you guys are saying your self-affirmations and doing everything you can to attract that positivity into your life. So I will see you guys later.